What's up guys, it's Teresa here and welcome to another video. Today we're gonna be talking about Champions League. So, as most of you know, the Champions League games are gonna be played on the 16th and 17th of February, so here are my predictions. Barcelona versus PSG. With these two teams playing out one of the most entertaining and most famous Champions League ties of all time, I'm of course talking about the remontada, this is bound to be a classic. These two clubs also have two superstars who are constantly in limbo over which club they'll choose. I'm of course talking about Neymar, who has been linked to a return to Barcelona since like 2 days after he left, and Messi, who has been strongly linked to PSG amongst other clubs following his near exit out of Barcelona in the summer. While neither Barcelona or PSG are doing the best in the league, with Barca being second behind Atletico and PSG sitting behind Lyon, both clubs have a lot to prove in Europe. For PSG, Di Maria is injured and also Neymar is out of the game with another injury, and again it is near his sister's birthday for like the 5th year in a row, which is growing from a meme to a real problem, because even if it's just unlucky, that still means Neymar is rarely involved in the Champions League knockout rounds. For everything the 29-year-old brings to the game, it is a huge loss and PSG attacking play will be heavily relied on Mbappe. The young Frenchman has actually not had the best Champions League group stage this season, with his 2 goals and 3 assists all coming against Istanbul Başakşehir and subpar performances against Leipzig and Man United. PSG will certainly hope he puts his shooting boots on for the big occasion. On the other side, Barcelona are on good form right now. Their run of 12 unbeaten games in the league boosted them in the 2nd position ahead of Real Madrid, and considering they were as low as 13th in the league, they have done great to recover. The Blaugrana's defense is as shaky as ever, but I still think Barca will have enough to go through in this certainly entertaining tie. I'm predicting a lot of goals and a lot of just bad defending from both sides, and I think that the game will not be decided until the final minute of the final game. Messi also plays like he has a point to prove and no one can stop a motivated Messi. So yeah, Barca for me. RB Leipzig versus Liverpool. This will be a really close tie and I won't be surprised to see either one of these two teams go through. Liverpool are in a slump, which included 3 losses in a row at Anfield, which is just unthinkable. They are also in a crisis in centre back, with Van Dijk, Gomez and Matip all injured, and the ripple effect that had on their midfield is noticeable. Obviously, the effect is that Henderson and Fabinho are forced to cover in defence, and they are doing their best but are not quite Van Dijk and Gomez. With the recent defeats to Leicester 3-1 and Man City 4-1, which was just embarrassing, and Alisson just turning into Karius 2.0 with 2 mistakes against City and the clattering of Kabak with Leicester, it's not looking good for Liverpool. Their attack is also not scoring at all, which is concerning, and Liverpool need to be a lot better to beat Leipzig, who are 2nd in the Bundesliga this season. The Red Bull club has been solid this season, and considering they lost Werner, they still don't have a problem with scoring goals. I would be really excited to see Angelino against Trent if I was a Leipzig fan. Trent is obviously not the best defensively and has shown so this season, and put him against Leipzig's best player and it's going to be very dangerous, and I think there will be quite a few good chances and even goals from that side of the pitch. I think Leipzig have a great chance in this tie, considering Liverpool are in poor form, and I think they will actually go through. It will be very close, with a goal or 2 deciding this tie, and I won't be surprised if it goes to extra time like Atletico Liverpool last season. But yeah, still, Leipzig for me. Porto versus Juventus. This has to be the most straightforward tie in the round of 16, maybe along with Lazio and Bayern. If for nothing else, then for the fact that Juventus obviously have the Mr. Champions League himself, Cristiano Ronaldo. Porto are a decent side and have done admirably in the group stages with 4 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss. But they still don't have a chance in this match. Juventus had a great group stage, finishing above Barca, and they are doing good in the league. You may consider it bad after winning 9 titles in a row, but it's not the worst either, and they are somewhat keeping up with Milan teams. And also this is Pirlo's first year in management, so a lot can't be expected from him. Even though Juve are not good as they were in the last few seasons, I still think they have enough to go through, and they will comfortably win against Porto. Sevilla versus Dortmund. This tie is very difficult to call. Sevilla have been great in La Liga and are on Barca's and Real Madrid's tail. They are in fourth with a point away from the El Clasico rivals. They have the second best defense in Spain and are decent in attack, while El Nisri being on fire this season with 13 goals in the league and 4 in Europe. He also won the La Liga Player of the Month in January. He needed a bit more support in attack though, and Sevilla got him that in one of the best creators in Europe last season in Alejandro Papu Gomez. The Argentine got into an argument with the Atalanta manager Gasperini, and even though he has been the captain, he got booted out of the club as soon as possible. And for less than 6 million, it has to be one of the biggest bargains this January. He also made his debut against Getafe, and even though he played only 33 minutes, he still managed to score. Their opponent, Dortmund, are currently in a poor run of form that has seen them fall into 6th place in the league. The recent results are all narrow wins or losses and draws, and they haven't been convincing in quite a few games. The talent of Erling Haaland and Jadon Sancho can't be overlooked though, and I wouldn't be surprised if one of them wins the tie with individual brilliance. But without the star performance and with Sevilla being historically amazing in European competitions, I'm going for Sevilla to go through on this one. Atletico versus Chelsea. These two teams have played 7 times against each other and both sides won 2 times and the other 3 ended in draws, so it's gonna be extremely close. Most recent meeting was in the group stages of the Champions League 17-18 season, where out of the 2 games played, Chelsea won one and drew the other. Chelsea's form in this competition has been excellent this season, with them winning the Group E ahead of Sevilla, Krasnodar and Rennes. Chelsea actually didn't lose a single game and scored 14 goals while conceding only 2. The Blues just need to sort out their attackers with Werner, Pulisic, Abraham, Havertz and Ziyech all failing to find their rhythm this season due to poor form and or injuries. Meanwhile, Atletico are thriving in La Liga, the team finally able to add a good attack to their amazing defense. The problem of Atletico in recent seasons was that their attack was not delivering and too many of the club's games have been finishing in draws. This season though, with the addition of the seemingly reborn Luis Suarez and Joao Felix finally showing his class on a regular basis, Atletico's attack looks better than ever. Also shout out to Marcos Llorente, who is doing brilliantly in his new, more attacking role, and huge credit to Simeone for unlocking his attacking potential. Even though Chelsea are better in Europe than Atletico this season, I still think Chelsea need a bit more time to figure stuff out under the new manager Tuchel, and yeah, Atletico are more consistent, are better in defense, better in attack, and just have this tie on lock. Lazio versus Bayern. This one is pretty predictable. Bayern is just winning it. Lazio have had a good season and are slowly climbing their way up the Serie A table. Immobile is a goal machine. Milinkovic-Savic is an amazing box-to-box midfielder. Luis Alberto is a great creator and they have a solid defense, but I just can't, in my right mind, say they are winning this. Bayern have yet again been dominant in the Bundesliga. Lewandowski is still on top form and Kimmich, Müller, Goretzka, Neuer and Coman, amongst others, have had a great season so far. Not to mention Pavard, Davies, Alaba, Sane, Gnabry and so on. They're just such a strong team. Bayern also obviously won the Champions League last season without a real challenge in a way. And they even won the Bundesliga, the DFB Pokal, the DFB Super Cup and the Club World Cup a couple of days ago to complete the sextuple. It's Bayern all the way for me. Atalanta versus Real Madrid. This is an extremely close matchup. It's crazy to think that like 10 years ago Atalanta were in the Serie B and Madrid were still on top of their game. Even just look at last season where Atalanta made the Champions League for the first time in their history. Being an Atalanta fan for this past decade must be amazing. From reaching Serie A to reaching the top 6, top 4 then, and yeah, going in the Champions League, going to the quarterfinals and being knocked out to PSG in the last minute. Just look at the players they got. None of them are just like superstars as per se. Like Papu Gomez, who left but still, he helped them reach this far. Ilicic, Zapata, Muriel, Malinovski, Fröle, Derun, Pašalić, Miranchuk. They're just Dmistri, Hateboer, Palomino, Toloi. Some of them are great, but you just can't say they are superstars. They are Champions League quarterfinals level. And even though they are not the best players individually, the team cohesion and the way they play together is just fascinating to watch. I love turning on the Atalanta game every week. I'm excited to watch them, even though I don't watch much Serie A, because it's just so exciting to watch. Just look at that club. Imagine Atalanta is being debated. Maybe they're winning against Real Madrid in the Champions League this season. Like what? On the other side, let's cover Real Madrid real quick. They are decent this season. They're a bit subpar. Like they're third in the table. They nearly drew against Huesca. They lost against like Alaves and Cadiz and so on. They're decent. They're still grinding out results. But like Ramos is injured. Hazard is always injured. Their attack is misfiring, their defense is shaky. This is not the Madrid of old we all knew and loved, or hated, but still admired. It's gonna be a close match. I think Real have a great chance here. They know how to grind out results, but still, Atalanta will maybe, I think, in the midfield, they'll run them over, because Modric and Kroos are very slow, defense is shaky, attack is a bit misfiring. If Zapata, Muriel and Ilicic are on the game at that day, on the 17th, I think Atalanta are going through. I'm predicting Atalanta to go through. I'm hoping Muriel, Zapata or Ilicic turn up, but still I wouldn't be surprised to see Real Madrid go through. So yeah, Atalanta for me. Mönchengladbach versus Manchester City. For the last game we have Borussia Mönchengladbach versus Manchester City, and I think I'm 90% sure City are going through on this one. These two opponents actually met recently in the 15-16 and 16-17 group stages, and City got like 3 wins and 1 draw. So yeah, even based on recent results, I think City will win this. Borussia Mönchengladbach are decent this season. They're fighting for the top 6, top 4 in the Bundesliga. They're in that mix. Most of their players are a bit underperforming. Jan Sommer is always a star, and actually a rising star, a revelation has been Neuhaus in midfield, and he's been linked to Bayern Munich actually recently. So yeah, watch out for him. But on the other side, Manchester City just broke another record for 16 straight wins in all English competitions, so just domestic competitions. Like that includes the cups, both cups, and the league. 16 in a row. That included 4-1 win against Liverpool at Anfield. Even though Alisson gifted them 2 goals, still 2-1 would have been decent. City are almost a perfect team. They have the depth, they have the Sergio Aguero, Kevin De Bruyne all coming back from injury. They have at centre back, they have like Ruben Diaz, Ake, Laporte, Stones. At midfield they have Gundogan, who's been amazing, like scoring 11 goals in the league this season I think. They have Rodri, who's been great. They have Fernandinho on the bench. They have Bernardo Silva. In the attack they have Sterling, they have Mahrez, they have Pau Torres, not Pau, Ferran Torres. Pau Torres is the centre back. Gabriel Jesus, Phil Foden, yeah, so the only thing I think City is missing is the designated penalty taker, because Gundogan misses them, Sterling misses them, and Rodri scored one last night, but still I think Ederson should be put on there. I'm not joking. Pep actually said he's one of the best penalty takers at the club, and he ran to the halfway line to take the penalty, only to be pushed away by Bernardo Silva. So maybe a bit beef there, but still, Ederson should be put on there. Maybe after Rodri misses his first, but still, think about that, Pep. And yeah, City are going through in this one. They're almost a perfect team, and maybe they're winning the Champions League this season. They actually remind me of Bayern Munich a bit, with their just relentless result getting. Just result after result after result, win after win after win. And they have the depth to do it, they have the players, they have the talent, and they have the form. City, it's on to you. So guys, you're gonna see my predictions on now. I've gone for Barca, Leipzig, Juventus, Sevilla, Atletico, Bayern, Atalanta and City. Let me know in the comments how many out of 8 do you think I'll get. Let me know your predictions. Let me know for the more close matchups like Atalanta Real Madrid and RB Leipzig, Liverpool and Barcelona PSG. Let me know what you think about those in the comments below. Which match are you most looking forward to? It has to be Barcelona PSG for me. Who do you think is winning the Champions League this season? Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below, and let's have a discussion about this. Also like the video if you liked it, and subscribe for more. I'm gonna be posting a lot more in the coming weeks, and yeah, I'm gonna be doing a reaction about the Champions League predictions when I get most of them wrong, but still, till then, see ya!